Hello, good evening, good night, one and all. Welcome back this evening. Welcome back, welcome back. Okay, evening, we're gonna talk about domestic violence and what we can do to avoid or even to stop domestic violence. What is going on, which is going on in our society of today. Okay, but before we go on to that topic, I'm gonna ask you, did you ask a friend or tell a friend to subscribe or subscribe and tune in to my YouTube channel? And we are basing on topic that is the challenge that we are facing in relationship today today's society, what we can do to stop or what we can do to help. So I'm gonna ask you, please go on my YouTube channel, Sharon Waysome, and I'm gonna ask you to subscribe, like, and share. And my number for you to call in is 1-876-554-0144. So if you want to call and talk or give your opinion on domestic violence, you can go ahead and call my number. Let me repeat it again. 1-876-554-0144. So you can go ahead and make your calls. And please, I'm going to remind you, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sharon Waysome. Okay, please go over and subscribe and share. And please tell a family to subscribe, tell a friend to subscribe, because at times we can have some videos that can let you feel relaxed, or some videos that could give you some advice. So we're going to talk about domestic violence. Okay, domestic violence mainly caused in the home. Domestic violence can be avoided. In what way? Domestic violence are always come with signs, or if you want to say symbols. So we people nowadays, you know some people don't tend to mind their own business. So whenever things is going on around their surrounding, even out of their surrounding, they can, you know, gossip or, whisper to somebody and say, okay, that person is facing some channel of domestic violence. Okay. So we want to talk a little about domestic violence. So you can call in. I'm going to ask you to call in and give your opinion on domestic violence and what you think about what could be do to avoid domestic violence. Domestic violence, intimate partner violence can be defined as a pattern of behavior. It can be it can be defined as a pattern of behavior in any relationship. Okay, that one. Domestic violence is violence committed by someone in the victim domestic circle. When I say domestic circle, it is your surrounding, people that you are surrounded by. People affected by domestic violence can feel scared, anxious, have trouble sleeping, trouble concentrating, lose confidence, lose confidence. They don't confine in anyone to speak because they are afraid of going through certain things, or maybe the other partner is going to hear that you have been taking out their business or whatever to persons out there. So that person can be scared to go out there to talk about what he or she is facing. He or she been facing at home. At home. So whenever things like those, the person normally be scared, they had trouble sleeping, trouble concentrating. There's a lot of things going on inside them which you don't know. Only that person know. And domestic violence can cause for one to go and took their own LIFE. So if we can stop or give advice, because domestic violence come with a lot of signs, a lot of signs, a lot of signs, domestic violence. So when you see those signs, don't ignore the person. Be available. Lend some hearing. When I say lend some hearing, maybe that person want to talk to you about something, but you didn't take the time out to listen what the person have to say. And that could cause that person's, to be on above earth. Or if you are there to assist, you can give a assisting, a lending ears. So there's a lot of people today facing domestic violence, and they don't know where to turn to, who to turn to, or what to do. So in all to get to you, maybe that to you. So maybe that person want to say something to you, but that person is afraid, or they are afraid to say something to you because they don't know what the outcome is going to be like. So maybe that person would glad, if you could say, okay, hello, and maybe that person would start up a conversation a conversation with you, so that person would glad to, you know, acknowledge you as a friend. Then if that person don't have a counselor, because most times some people are afraid to go out for counseling, they are afraid. So guess what, we could give a helping hand, a lending hand, a helping hands, a lending ears to someone who you think is going through problems, that people that are facing domestic challenges today. Let us let us reconsider our brothers and sisters out there that are facing these problems. Some of them are afraid, so why don't we, some people are very fast nowadays. When we say very fast, we mean very, very fast. So they know your problem even more than oh you know it. So if you know that they are facing some domestic violence, because when I say domestic violence too, a lot of physical things come in, and you might hear a lot of shouting, and you don't know what's going on. Sometimes you leave a person there and think all is well when that person really needed your help. They needed your help, but they are afraid. They are afraid. They can't even get out the house. They can't even get out the house to say, "Oh, let me run for help. Let me run for coverage. Let me run for coverage. Let me run for coverage." But guess what? We can assist by, either calling the police, calling someone that maybe that person could listen to, advise them to seek counseling, because most people today, they just sit at home and expect that everything is gonna go back to normal. If we don't work on the situation won't work on us. The situation will never work on us. So let's all get up and give somebody a helping hand, a lending ears, and always watch for the signs, always look out, and you know, we got to do what we got to do for our brothers and sisters today. So nobody is here to call in on domestic violence today. Yes, as I'm saying now, domestic violence, domestic violence, the behavior pattern, the behavior pattern, the, the behavior pattern. Don't ignore when you see persons that are going through behavior, certain behavior, because some persons going through domestic violence, they are going through a lot, but they are afraid. They are afraid to relate to anyone. Maybe they are afraid of their spouse. They are afraid, they are afraid of communicating with people, because they don't know if they can confine in that person. You understand me? They can confine in that person. Okay, somebody's calling in, so let me take a call. Hello. Good evening. I'm talking about domestic violence. What do you think